All right, take two. Hello, I'm Jen Houston, owner of the Artsy Fartsy Gallery here in Canmore. I'm a full-time independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Canada. And apparently I was live and didn't know it just a few minutes ago. And I went to, press the comment button on Switcher here, and I see all these comments. I'm like, how are there people getting comments on my, video? And I realized it was live while I'm fixing my shirt and, fluffing my hair and putting this, oh my goodness. So anyways, this is take two. I'm hoping to, I just had to start that again. So if you were on already, I hope you pop back on. And if you have never been on the Artsy Fartsy Gallery kind of classes here, please say hello, tell me where you're from, tell me what kind of crafts you enjoy. Are you a scrapbooker, are you a card maker, or do you have many other talents? There's so many neat crafts out there. Now I can feel an eyelash in my eye. This is just going well. Maybe I'll have to do a take three. All right, we're gonna let it ride. That is the name of our stamp set today. Hello, Sandy. Yes, here for round two. Oh, sheesh. Anyways, yeah, all is good. All is well. All right, let me figure out this screen here so I can, there we go. So, let it ride. Hello, Janet. Yes, Northern Alberta. Do you still have snow? Or has it kind of whittled away like it has here? Hi, Kim. We barely have anything left, that's for sure. So I'm quite loving it. Today I was out there with my short pants, I call them. My little, ankle high pants. And hello, Karma again. And my little flip-flop. So yes, it was beautiful out today again. So exciting. What's it like where you are today? What's the weather like? So yes, let it ride. How appropriate for today. Give me some thumbs up or hearts if you have this stamp set, and if you've given it a try. It was one of those ones that I actually bought because my niece loves horses, and so I knew that I could make her a birthday card with some horses on it, and she would love it. So that's essentially why I bought it. I'm not a horse person. I think I've ridden a horse 2-3 times in my life. I really would like to do it again because there are so many places around here that actually go on trails in the mountains and whatnot here, but I have to make the weight restriction. So, goals to try and get to, right? But yeah, I remember really liking it. And I also worry about, I've had 4 knee surgeries and my knees are bad. And so trying to hoist my big self up onto a horse may not be so graceful. That's for sure. So, all these things. So it's windy but nice back in Manitoba. No, we have a little, but more coming tonight. Uh-oh, beautiful. Yikes. Hi, Alice. Thanks for sharing. Okay, so here we go on to the next. Actually, I'll show you this card that I made earlier this week. Actually, on Monday's Creative Escape class, I used this horse stamp and used the layout idea to make this neat card. So I quite like it. Go for it. I should have put go for it, I think, up this direction. Live and learn, right? Okay, so our first card tonight. It's kind of got some ombre business. Oh, it's cloudy where you are too, eh, Karma? Wow. All right, so here's some ombre. And I just, put the different layers going this way. And then I also stamped the horse, without re-inking 3 times in a row. Now this would be amazing, an amazing bit for the Stamparatus, because you can just move it over one and it would line it up perfectly. But I am going to do it the traditional way and just go for it. Okay, I'm also going to use different colors because I thought, well, I have to do the same exact card, but I'll show you a different version of it using different colors. Oh, and here's the inside that I just take life by the reins, and I just stamped off the horse there. And here's my little envelope. Okay, let's get rolling. So instead of Whisper White like I did on that one, I'm actually going to use Very Vanilla. Thank you, Lisa. Very Vanilla. And the colors I've got here, let's see. We've got Cajun Craze, Cherry Cobbler, and Mary Merlot. I wouldn't have thought that those three would go together, but they kind of look fallish, kind of neat, eh? So let's get gluing those pieces down. Of course, when you've got stripes like this, it's best if you do the outsides first, and then you know exactly where to put the inside section. Oh, greaser. Grumpy pants. So I'm doing that side, and then I'm going to go to the Mary Merlot, the little strip, which is going to go on this end. Just kind of lining it up. Perfect. And then the Cherry Cobbler. These kind of remind me of fall colors. I don't want to talk about fall yet. But they would make amazing leaf colors for sure. Okay, there's our first step done. I feel like I'm extremely lopsided. Must be moving on me a little bit. Got cords everywhere, as you probably saw on the first one. Anyways, okay, next I've got myself a little piece of Very Vanilla, which I'm going to stamp Mr. Horse on. And with this one I'm going to use Early Espresso. So inking up, of course if it's a big stamp you want to just let it lay down on the table like this and ink your stamp this way. That way you can see that you're covering the whole entire stamp. Perfect. Now, here we go. I'm just going to kind of line this paper up with my grid paper. And his nose is going to be pretty much right to the right side. Stamp. Now, I'm going to just move it to the middle. I'm looking at his head mainly. That's kind of what I'm concentrating on. The rest, whatever. Stamp 2, and then stamp 3 will be on this side. It's kind of going downhill, but maybe it's going to do a big leap over something. Love those kind of... Lisa, you are kidding. What's she kidding about? Is she kidding about liking my colors? Uh-oh, where did I put my... Oh, up here. My Simply Chamois. Oh, and it's all dried out, of course. You know, that's okay. Moving on. We'll be using him again later anyway. All right, so now just to kind of highlight that or put a little frame on it, I've got the wood textures paper, which I'm going to... Folks! I love my dogs, I love my dogs, I love my dogs. The one dog, Bud, the little black one, he's a Chihuahua, and of course he rings a bell to go outside. The other one, he's not, he doesn't get it. But, so of course he rang the bell just before supper, so I would take him out, and he loves to climb rocks. I don't know. So there's, you know, condo building, there's a bunch of, you know, those big huge rocks and whatnot. So he's climbing up there, wandering around, sniffing around. I don't know. Okay, you need to put it kind of a little bit farther over to the right side, and I'm going to tilt it a little bit just to, so it doesn't have to be perfect, right? If it's a little crooked, nobody's gonna know. It's meant to be crooked. Awesome. All right, then I have my little piece of Very Vanilla, which I'm going to put here. And I put Let It Ride on this one. I think, how about we do Go For It on this one? I have the Cajun Craze ink. Oh no, it is cloudy at her house also. I got it. Okay, go for it. That's kind of a good little saying for this. Chamois. I might have to use baby wipes tonight since I didn't wet that ahead of time. I was busy straightening my shirt. Okay, this I'm going to put up on dimensionals because it just looks fun that way. Okay, thumbs up who's ridden a horse before. Did I already ask that question? Yeah. All right, and a little button from the True Gentleman buttons. Truly Gentleman. Can't remember, something like that. Just gonna place it at the end there, just to add a little pizzazz. Isn't that neat? And for the inside, let's see, I did get a piece of paper here, which I'm going to stamp off quite a few times to make it nice and light. Tilt it upside down. Okay, so I don't want to have it full strength because it's just too dark. My ink pad is quite, and this is what, I think this is what made me think of doing this layering idea. And I'll just put it on the left-hand bottom corner. Nice. Okay, now for a saying. Take life by the reins. I think that's suitable. I think I'm going to do the Cajun Craze on the inside too. But I never got the hang of it. Oh. Yeah, I didn't really get the hang of it either. I remember going to this camp one time and we did horseback riding, and of course I got the smallest horse and I'm like the biggest person, and the poor thing, like you could tell it was huffing and puffing and it was tired. It was way behind the rest. Felt so bad for it. So I know I rode it that time, and then it was trotting. Oh my Lanta, I thought I was going to fall off. A little too scary for me. And when did I'm sure I rode it more than that. Put that on the inside. Look at me using a color. Very vanilla. I loved how Lisa did that. She sent me a card and she used the purple on the inside. I always put Whisper White. I've always done that. And I absolutely loved how she used a color on the inside. It was so pretty. You open it up and oh, there's still color. Really neat. Let's see, the envelope. One more time with this Early Espresso. I just thought Early Espresso would be a little, I don't know, calmer than, say, black, for instance. Okay. Horse on the bottom left. Good, good. And I'm not going to put any sayings there, but, although I could put for you, I suppose, I was going to put this little strip that I had left over cherry cobbler. Why not, right? Use her up. And of course you flip it over to see exactly where you're going to cut it. And voila. I like those colors. I think they're pretty. I like it. Good, good. Card number 1 is complete. Let's put these out of the way. Okay. The next card is this one. We're going to use the Stampin' Blends to add a little bit of color. So it just kind of reminds me of kind of barn doors, or I don't know, in the stable, I guess. Thank you, Karma. And just a little go for it. And of course the little jute rope. And then on the inside, live as if someone left the gate open. Oh, wouldn't that be lovely to live like that? Thanks, Janet. All right, and then just for the envelope, I used Sahara sand and then some more of the wood textures paper, my all-time favorite designer series paper, that's for sure. All right, this time I'm switching it up though. So the last one was garden green. This one I'm going to do mint macaron. Let's switch her up a little. And once again with the wood textures, I thought it looked really nice together. And I'm assuming, oh, maybe I wanted this side. Yeah, let's go for that. Hi, Lori. How's your car? Did you get things fixed up? Goodness. Sounds like you had a bad day. Sheesh. 3 oil leaks. I don't even know how you get an oil leak. That's a bummer. So I just have a piece of Whisper White where I'm going to kind of mount the wood grain onto. It seemed like it would be easier than trying to shimmy some kind of white piece of paper in between and then getting them all even and whatnot. Oh. So this just worked out easier for me. Okay. There. And I will, oh, before I place that onto the mint macaron, I have a little scrap paper that I'm going to use for kind of just the underhang there with the saying on it. So last one I had Go For It. Let's go with Let It Ride because it's a similar sort of size. This one I decided instead of the basic black, my car was covered under Buick warranty, no charge. Awesome. Oh, wow. So this one I used Memento Black. This one I decided to go a little softer with the basic gray. Not a whole lot softer, but you know. Your Facebook friends. Aw. Lori's an awesome girl. And so is Lisa. You guys are great folks. You're both very crafty. Okay, now which way did I cut off the last time? Let's go with this side. Boop. Let it ride. A little darker than I was hoping for, but that's okay. All right, I'm going to put snail tape on this, and then I'm going to just place it. Lori is a very proud mama. Her son just did an amazing event, planned the whole event with comedians and special speakers for mental health. I'm great making cards along with our pal Jen here. Yay, no charge, very lucky, yeah. No kidding. So yes, Lori's son did this big event, which was awesome. And I see he's got another neat event coming up for grade 7 and 8 students about mental health. How that's so great, because that's when they age when you start. If you sometimes have mental illness, that's kind of where it sort of first approaches, right? So that's awesome. Okay, let's stamp our little horse. Now this one is just kind of the head stamp. I'm going to use my basic gray. Lori, we need Lisa to come up here and we'll have a big Rocky Mountain retreat. One day. So I'm just stamping kind of towards the bottom, and I'm trying to look to see where this ends and where this ends to try and get it close to the edges of the paper. And on this card, I used soft suede and ivory in its ears. I don't even know if a horse actually has lighter color in the ears or not. Just making it up. And for this one, I'm going to use crumb cake because I think it will match with these colors, the wood colors, better. So here we go. Now, since this is such a large shape, normally I don't use the paintbrush end, but for this, since it is so large, I'm just going to use that side. It colors it in much quicker. Okay, I'm just going to stop there and go back with the darker crumb cake. And just kind of go where some of the shadows might be. Oh, but I don't know how he does it, but he, well, he obviously smells them, but he will smell whatever, a dog, before we can even see it. So he'll be barking away and barking away. And we're like, what are you barking at? And then all of a sudden people will come along. Oh, yeah, sure enough, they have a dog. Or it's kind of neat how their noses work, that's for sure. But, you know, for some reason they have to sniff each other's bums. What, you can't smell? Can't smell that close together? I don't know. Anyways, whatever. Just saying. Shh. Oh, dear. Fill that in. Oh, I guess I need to color his other ear. Where does Lisa live? Where does Lisa live? Boise, Idaho. She's an American. Oh, your dog needs out. Okay. See you later there, Sandy. Absolutely, you can invite yourself. Oh, the more the merrier. Absolutely. Now, what color is this? Light pool party. Okay, so I'm just going to go around the horse, just kind of accent him a little bit. Or maybe it's a her, I don't know. Can't see the parts. There we go. And then I just have a dauber, which I'm going to kind of, it already has some pool party. I have the pool party ready for the next card, but I think I'm going to get it out because I need it a little bit darker. Americans. No. I think you guys are pretty neat. May not have the best leader in the world, but doesn't really reflect too much on some of you poor Americans. All right, so I'm just going to on this one. I didn't on this one, but leave a little bit of white space. I don't know if you can see that, where this one I didn't. And I think it will just add a little something to it. Okay, so Mr. Horsey. Oh, I should probably color in his little, I used ivory on the last one, but let's just go with that color. And let's put this down. Our little mint macaron piece, so it was quarter size bigger than the horse. Placing that in the middle. What stamp set are you using there, Lisa? You said you're making cards. What kind of cards are you making? And I'm going to use dimensionals to kind of pop this layer up a little bit. Give it some excitement. Now I'm sure most of you know this, but dimensionals, once you are done using all those little shapes, make sure you use the outside too. I learned that from, I was at Pam's class, Lori, and we were making things, and I said, oh, we're out of dimensionals. And so the lady across from me, she says, well, you can use the edges. And I thought, oh, smart. So just in case you didn't know, you can use those outsides. Pretty, pretty. Oh, I like these colors. Is this crooked? Just hold the phone. Yes, it sure is. Okay. If you haven't seen this trick before, get out your dental floss, and you're going to stick it underneath. You want to do this instead of just pulling it off. It may seem like it's okay, but it often rips the paper, and it also kind of warps it a little bit. And so if you use dental floss, it kind of goes all off. Look at that. In one chunk, stay straight. So that's a little trick for you if you make a boo-boo. Okay, I feel like I'm so low in this chair. Just hang on. Oh, I think I grew about 5 feet. Okay, this feels a little better. All right, let's get this even here. Now I can see better. Perfect. Now the horsey. Oh, doggies. Oh, Beezo. And this I'm just going to wind around my fingers and kind of loop the one end under. And under. How do I do this? And just tie a little knot here. No, maybe I don't want to loop. I forget how I did this. Oh, I think I'm having a hot flash. Goodness. Need to go run outside. There. There's my little jute ring. Oh, I missed some. Just a minute. Yes, please don't judge me by other Americans you may be familiar with. Oh, I have some pretty neat American friends. Heavens no, Lisa, lucky you have some wonderful crafty stores. That's so true. Well said stamps with well-written framelits. I haven't gotten the framelits yet. I so want to. They're so expensive. Yes, Stampin' Up! Has amazing products. Hello, Melissa, and Jennifer, and Teresa, and Abby. Hello again. Abby, do you like horses? Because today is all about horses. Horse stamps. So I hope you like them. Just going to put glue dots on the back of this jute. Ooh, this is too tight, I can see. All right, is anything going to go my way today? My Lanta. Let's cut this off. I like to put a few because I just want it to stay stuck. There. And I'm just going to place that up top there in the corner. Let's get rid of that. There's our front. And then I already did the inside with this matching leftover piece that I had here. And I just used Sahara sand on there, and then the basic gray for the words. So let's glue that in. just did it ahead of time just to save a little bit of time. Because the last card is a little bit tricky. Perfect. Now for the envelope, I also did that ahead of time. So I just stamped on there with Sahara sand and added another piece of the wood grain textures. And there we go. So 2 different colors. But so neat. Which do you prefer? Mint macaron or garden green? GG for garden green. Which one do you prefer? Which color combo? GG. I'm curious. And I'm not going to tell you my favorite. All right, let's get these things out of the way. And we'll be on to card number 3. Here we are. Now for those of you who maybe aren't horse lovers, but you have this stamp set, I'm crooked again. What is happening? Oh, that's really crooked. My Atlanta. Oh, we got some garden green. Hi, Leanne. Have I met you, Leanne? I don't think I've met you before. I love how you, oh, thank you. Oh, we have another mint macaron. Oh, look at them all coming here now. Yeah. Wow. Lots of MMs, GGs. Okay. Interesting. So, some of you aren't horse fans, but you kind of like this stamp set, right? I love these trees. I think they're amazing. So, this, I use just the trees. Why not? You're from Australia. Okay, nice to meet you. I'm here in Canada, in the mountains. And we don't eat seal blubber or have igloos. Oh man, I used to, back in the day, you know, you'd go online to these dating sites and you'd meet these American, no offense, Lisa, none. But yeah, you tell them no. They really think you had dog sleds, and they really think, it's just like, that's not my kind of clientele. All right, so for this one, I'm going to change it up just a tad because I want to try a different color combo. So instead of the black trees, are you going to On Stage Local? Yes, I'm going to Vancouver. Yes. Are you going to On Stage? Because I'm going by myself. I struggle with anxiety, and that I've already had like how many panic attacks knowing that I'm just gonna go myself. But I want to do it, right? I love how much you learn, and I did it last year, so I know kind of better what to expect, but it's just, you know, going into the room. Well, that was another thing. I went into the room thinking, oh, I'll just go, you know, 15 minutes ahead of time. Well, it goes in the room and they're like pretty much full. The whole room is full. So, yeah, this time, I am deciding to go a little earlier. But I had great table mates. They were just so accommodating and so lovely. So, which made me at ease for sure. But you're not going, Janet? No? Maybe some year. Never know. I was just talking with a lady about her dating site experiences today. Oh, yeah. Hey, I've known lots of people that have found husbands that way. Oop, I'm not doing this right. So as you can see, this is a honker stamp, big. So I inked it up, of course, laying that way. But a way to do this without getting ink all over your hands is place your paper down and then fold your grid paper or another piece of paper over top and just give it a rub over top. That way, all your ink is going onto your paper and not your fingers. No, I wish I had registered for Vancouver. That is one of the places I would have picked because it is close, but I don't have a passport. On Stage will be amazing. I know I'll have a wonderful time, and I know it'll be amazing. It's just my nerves. So there we have, I used Pool Party and this Crackle, what's it called? Crackle Paint stamp. Isn't that neat? Just adds kind of a fun texture to the background. Okay, so the last time what I used was the basic black for the trees. This time I'm going to use soft suede. We'll see how that works. I just kind of wanted it a little bit lighter, a lighter feel. Oh, me too, but it also makes the best stories. This is true. True enough. Okay, so I'm actually going to stamp because you want to do thirds. Now, I think I'm going to go higher to the top this go around. Yeah, I learned a lot last time going, and so I'm just going to stamp a little tree off the side here. And let's go with another one over here. So kind of just lining them up in a row. Did I fit another sucker in here? I guess so. There. I like that color combo. Neat. Okay. Now I'm going to take a dauber and actually kind of antique the whole look here. So I'm using crumb cake, and I just kind of smoosh. Ooh, I should have tested that on the sheesh, on my grid paper first. I just do little circles, rubbing kind of around the edge there. And it just kind of makes it look a little antique. A little bit rustic, I suppose. I love daubers. I think they just make so many projects that just take it to the next level, right? There. Good, good. So it's all in the way you kind of see. Some people go like this, and they leave the little rings. That works. I like to just, I don't like the rings. I prefer to just rub, and of course it's better to go lighter. You can always add more color than put too much on in the first place because you can't take it off. All right, next step is going to be, I have a little piece of the wood grain paper cut out with the stitched framelit circle there. That color can mob is sharp. I don't know what that means. Combo is the correct word. That color combo is sharp. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I think it's kind of neat. All right, and then I have my little wee circle from the layering circles. And I'm going to put for you because that's kind of the only kind of stamp that kind of goes with just the trees. So I'm going to use that, no, what have we got here? Soft suede, pardon me. And I realized the last time I did this, make sure you stamp kind of closer to the bottom of the circle because you need to leave room for your little hole for where you're going to put your ribbon. All right. So now I have this and this, and I'm going to put a hole punch. I don't even know where I got the hole punch from, but it's not a stamping product. Okay, next I'm going to use this linen thread. Now it also comes on a cardboard piece. Now how to do this? I just did some back and forths. Yeah, the trees look great, hey? I think we're both tree lovers, aren't we? Okay. And then I'm just going to put this, oh, I tied it through. Okay, so sneak that through that hole there. And the next one. I thought this could be like a neat sympathy card. Not neat's not the word. An appropriate sympathy card. It's just kind of calm colors, right? Because you don't, I don't know, I don't love the look of bright, you know, cheery colored sympathy cards. Not my thing. Okay. And I'm just going to trim these off, the ends off, so now you're left with a bad hair day. That's what you're left with. Now I'm just going to put a little bit of snail underneath to hold that for you down in place. That's exactly where we need it. And then I'm going to start with this. Now the last card I did, I put the ribbon, burlap ribbon across the top, but this time I'm going to put it down along the bottom, down this way. Now burlap is hard to kind of glue down, so what I used was the tear and tape, because that way it'll just make it simpler. Trees remind me of Canmore. Maybe that's why I love them too. Yes. We asked the landscaping committee today if we could put some flower pots just kind of outside the condo area there, kind of in between our unit and the amenities building. I miss gardening. We had a big garden back in Manitoba, and we would always go to the greenhouses and all around Manitoba and try to find the weirdest plants possible to put in, or you know, unique items. And so I do miss that for sure. So we asked if we could put some pots, and then we'll go find some fun plants to put in them. Of course, they'll have to be shade plants, which can concentrate on the foliage color, which will be all right. And this one, colors again. So the crackle paint was Pool Party, and the trees were soft suede. And then to make the antiquing, I used crumb cake. So that's kind of what I used. And this is very vanilla, by the way. So it's not Whisper White. I thought it'd be a little bit calmer looking if it was very vanilla. Now, since this has got the burlap bits back here, I'm going to use my dimensionals to pop the card up. There. I'm doing a Bruno Bertucci using lots and lots of dimensionals. There goes one for the hallway. Okay, let's just lay this down in the center. Done. And I'm going to pop this up as well. Oh, hang tight. I also put these leaves here. And these are from that Rooted in Nature bundle. No. What is the framelits called? What are the framelits called? There's something different. It's going to be the last one, you know it, right? I just got them all out, if you remember. Anyways, they have it where these leaves you can send through the Big Shot, and they emboss them for you. They put in that little pattern, which is fun. Love the card. Oh, I need to copy your idea for man cards. So oh, thank you. Yeah, man cards are tough. Use browns and blues. You're usually okay. So I'm just going to put the snail behind and then just attach those leaves behind there. Kind of makes it look like a reindeer. I just noticed that. Okay, let's do something different here. How come I didn't notice that on the last one? Sheesh. Okay, we'll make him a lopsided eared reindeer. Rooted in Nature is the correct bundle. Framelits are in that bundle. Yeah. Okay, the framelits are called something. I forget. I was looking at them today. No worries. Okay. Obviously you smelled something. Okay. I'm wondering, and I'm just going to put this down in the corner. I'm wondering if I trim the hairs, if that would make it look less like, or it'll make it more like a reindeer. Anyways, there we have it. So now on the inside, what I did was I just stamped those trees. And I'm going to use the same soft suede. Thank you, Lisa. Hello. We've got 2 Lisas on here. Except this Lisa is close to Manitoba. Do you know, Lisa, do you know Lori? She was at Pam's class. So you might have seen her. There, we just added some of the leftover crumb cake and made the little, I love those color combos. It looks pretty. I like it. All right, so here was the old version. Here's the new version. Okay, so let's go. Which do you like better? B for black trees or S for, no, what's it called? Why do I want to keep calling it Sahara Sand? Soft suede. S for soft suede or B for black? Tell me your favorite color combo. Just curious. Nature's Roots? No. That's gonna bug me. Hang on. PQR rooted on the 4-3. One more. Oh, Nature's Roots. Yeah, you're right. You are right. Why did I think? Anyways, whatever. Thank you. You got it. All right, so I think I didn't get an envelope, so let's just grab one here. Might as well do that tree stamp on the envelope so it's all ready to roll. Because Lori's on. Ooh. Not sure? Yeah. She'll have to make sure she goes to say hello to you next time. She's really nice. Well, and you know Sandy. So she knows Sandy. Okay. Just bought the Rooted in Nature. I know. I wish I had more bundles to do that giveaway. Amber got the giveaway one. You guys did awesome for the February challenge of giving out cards. That was incredible. So proud of you guys for doing that. So yes, snow tomorrow in Brent. What? Ugh, no way. Lots of S's. Ah, yeah, I agree. I like the softness of this one. This one's a little, I mean, it's okay, but it's dark. It's just kind of all goes pretty, doesn't it? And that crackle paint stamp really, I think, makes it very antique-y. Yeah, I like it. Good, 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 good. Now, our last one. Okay, so here she be. It's the eclipse technique. So can you see the hidden words there? The hidden word there, ride. So you just end up popping up those letters out of the picture. Just kind of fun. All right, so here's how you do that. Now I've already done the envelope. I just did it with the black and the trees. Let's put this over here. And this was my envelope. I decided just to put the wood textures on there. And this here we'll put over in there too. Okay, so first step. Let's glue this wood textures paper, my favorite. Okay, now my dental floss is following me. Glue this down to the basic black card base. It's a very thin border. All right, and here is our piece that we're going to stamp on and color. So now I see, just have to get out my baby wipes. Oh, thank you. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's always kind of fun taking a stamp set that you're just not hugely fond of and coming up with some okay projects. It's kind of a neat thing, isn't it? Hi, Canadian Lisa. There's the American Lisa. All right, so I used Memento black. And just so you know, if you are Canadian and you buy with me, or Lisa Harden if you're American, we have a tutorial bundle that is brand new for April and May. And my card actually features this horse stamp set. So if you are a fan, you'll have to place an order. And then you can see the card that I made using this. All right, so I'm going to put this off to the left-hand side. Now I see I didn't put the whole horse. I see what reminded me that I, did that tutorial bundle is, I don't know if you can see this, but see the color in there? When I went back to Manitoba, I didn't take my blender pen and I needed to do some coloring of the horse, and of course didn't have anything to color with except for my Wink of Stella. That goes everywhere. And so now I've got Wink of Stella all over my black Memento ink pad. So somebody's going to get a little bit of glitter on every single card. So for this horse, you kind of want to place him towards the bottom corner so that he looks like he's, kind of just situated there. Not just a head floating in space. If you like heads floating in space, that by all means go for it. Now, where did I not take out? Maybe I didn't. I didn't. Here it is. Okay, let me get a little block. Not that one. How about a long one? These guys are cute too. I put them, I don't know if you can see, on this card, the envelope. I did that on the envelope. I thought it was so cute. Okay, so now I'm going to put this one kind of near the top. So I'm wondering if I should put some trees or if that would just make things confused. I don't think I'm gonna bother. No. I thought about it the last go round, but then I changed my mind. Okay, for this one, I'm going to use the watercolor pencils. And if you've never used these watercolor pencils, they are incredible. And I see they need a sharpen. Close up. Where? Oh, here it is. Sorry, just need my pencil sharpener. That looks good. All right. So if you've never used these watercolor pencils, they are fast to color with because you don't have to color the whole thing. That's the awesome part about these. So I'm going to start over here. And wherever you think the shadow should be, okay, I can't concentrate if it's upside down. Wherever you think the shadow is going to be, put it dark there. So you're just scribbling, basically. Scribble. Okay, done. Now you take your blender pen and watch. This is the cool part. It just smears the color. And of course that's what helps you get the variation in color, because it's kind of lighter and darker. See how quick this is? Done. Oh, ears. Why do I keep forgetting his ears? And I'm just going to put a little bit of wispies out that direction. See how neat that is? I know, blender pens. It's my Ontario friend. Here's another one of our tutorial bundle members. Yes, Annette. So yes, we've come out with a brand new set of card tutorials for anybody who orders with us. So I'm pretty excited about it because they look pretty awesome. Okay, there again, see, I'm just going over where the dark spots will be. And then get your blender pen and color, just moosh, squoosh, smoosh the color around. So of course this is it's a nice time saver for sure when you're coloring. And it gives you that quick multi kind of color look that you're kind of wanting, right? Okay, my art instructor always said, color in the direction of where your items are going. If you need a little more, kind of have to wait for a little bit till it kind of dries, and then you can go back in and color some more if you need a little bit darker. Okay, now these little horsies up here, I should have done them first because now my hand's on this one. Okay. eyelash. Done. I still have enough of my blender pen to color, and this guy is not quite. Go back. He'll be a lighter horse. There. Okay, and with blender pens you just kind of rub it on your paper and it comes off. Ready for the next color. And next I did green, the old olive, because for the round. Are you using thick whisper white? Nope, not watercolor either. I'm just using plain old whisper white, plain. Because it's not, I mean, a blender pen doesn't, it doesn't soak your paper too much. If you were using an aqua painter, which you can use with the watercolor pencils, of course, I would use watercolor paper. Watercolor, or definitely the thick at least. Probably get away without. I like the watercolor paper, but sometimes when you stamp on the watercolor paper, it doesn't quite ink as nice as you would like. However, that's why the Stamparatus is good, because you can re-ink, ink the same spot over and over until it's got all those empty spots all filled in. Okay, here again, I'm just gonna scribble. Who would have ever thought that you would color like that, right? But it's so true. Just tuck her in there beside the horse. Blend it around. Might even pick up a little brown there from the horse. That's okay. Adds a little dimension to your grass. Now, what I've seen also is people use the waterfront stamp set with the mountains and put them behind. I make it look easy. It really is. Just scribble and go over top. Now, if you want to make like little clumps of grass, I'm going to go this way. Right? Color this way. Just make little, and it just kind of moves the ink color, the pencil crayon, around a little. Makes that little grass, some clumps less uniform, that's for sure. There, done. Okay, now I'm going to use the, what's it, Pacific Point, I believe, yes, for the sky. Same sort of thing. Just scribble. And And this you can have a lot of variations on color too, right? Okay, make sure all the green's off. Stay. Make it look like a bright sunny day. Oops, got some brown on this horse's nose, or blue. Maybe he's been eating a freezy or something. Oh, got him on there too. Sheesh. Getting sloppy. Make sure to blend the blue and the green together because you don't have stark lines, right? And if you want to pick up some color from somewhere else and drop it somewhere, go for it. I think that's what I'm going to work with. Looks more of a darker sky than my last one, which I almost like better. Yeah, pops more, doesn't it? I like that. Okay, so that part is finished. The coloring's done. Easy. Next, we are going to use the large letter framelits, and I'm going to place them kind of where I would like them. I always start with the outsides and then put the insides in. If you don't have these large letter dies, they are amazing. A fortune, but amazing. Just like how you can personalize the things. Thanks, Lori. And I've got some washi tape here, old washi tape. That should be framed on the wall. Oh, sheesh, thank you. All right, so I'm just going to put these washi tape bits down because I know it's not going to stick and rip the paper, but it's going to hold my letters in place. This is not Stampin' Up! Washi tape, by the way. It's kind of garbage. That's why I don't use it for my Happy Planner anymore, because it's not good quality. Okay, now my big shot. I'll pick that up and run it through. I'm not worried now that the letters are going to go all wonky. I find with that magnetic platform, I mean, it's great for some things, but when you want to do multiple items all at once, for me, things just bounce or jump around and it doesn't sit nice. So, okay, now when you're taking these letters apart, for instance, the D, you have to keep the inside, this piece for the D, keep that because you will need it. Okay. Doo-doo-doo. Let's have it in here. thumbs up if you've done this technique, the eclipse technique, where you pop up letters kind of hidden in your picture. I know we did one, Lori, when I was back in Manitoba. It was with love. We stamped kind of all over our paper with a certain, keep this R, this little bit for the R. They were flowers, I believe. And stamped it all over. And I think we cut out the word love. Are those letters available? Yes. They are in the annual catalog. Here, page 218. So they're $135. So, but, as I say, you'll use them forever because there's always there's certain times that you need letters, right? And they're a good set. Yes, we did make a letter card in Brandy. Yes. Oh, you made it back, Sandy. Awesome. All right. So next step here, I'm going to just put snail on the back of this. And go in between and the little bits there that might poke up. What time are we at? I don't even know. 8:13. Oh, sheesh. I'm going a long time over here today. I knew this card would take a little bit extra. Okay, so we've glued that down. Next, we're going to just place that letter back in there, and we're going to put glue on that little bit of the R and stick it down. And then we're going to pop the R back up. And same thing with the D. We'll just place it. It looks cool, even like that. If you wanted to just leave the letters out of it, it's kind of a neat idea too. But this, I want it to be subtle. It's there, but it's not, right? You can still see the nice horses. So you'll just lay this inside and take that piece up. Good. Now, get out your mini dimensionals. If you don't have minis, that's okay. You can always cut your normal size dimensionals in half. That works just as well. And we're going to pop up these letters. And that's kind of what gives it that sort of 3D effect. So this card I didn't switch up from the original. I guess you could color the horses a different color maybe, or got a hair in there. There's our R. So just see how subtle that is? Just by popping it up just a tad. All right, let's get the eye going. And the D. I will say though, Lori, because now that you're a demonstrator, you've got the starter kit, that's a great thing to purchase because you'll get 20% off, which is pretty cool. D. And the E. I was just thinking, like, if you wanted to get those really, or if anybody wanted to get those really badly, that is the cost of the starter kit. So basically, if you got the large letter framelits, it would be wise to join Stampin' Up and have that as your starter kit. No worries, Teresa. It was nice that you and Abby stopped by. Irish dance, yes. I know this. I've really enjoyed playing with this stamp set, Melissa. It's not my thing at all, but it's kind of, I don't know, relaxing. I think horses are kind of neutral for people. Like, I don't know if you got a card with a horse on it. I don't think anybody's going to cry or be upset or, you know. Yeah. All right. Now, where's the inside? What did I put on the inside on this sucker? Oh, yes. Take life by the reins. Did I put it over here? No, I put it over here. Ride. Wonder. Let's change it up a little. Live as if someone has left the gate open. Or we could say let it ride. We will do that. And I'm going to use the memento. Let it ride. Put this up here somewhere so I don't get it somewhere I don't want. Bring this in. Good. And I really like how I did. I had trees on the other one, but I really like how that those two little horses looked on that other card. So I'm going to do that on this one. A little bit more coloring. Can you handle more coloring? You see how fast it goes, right? So, who's got the watercolor pencils? Hearts, thumbs up if you've got the watercolor pencils. I kind of forgotten about them, and I thought, oh, on my other card, I just don't want to color with Stampin' Blends again. I mean, they're great and all, but sometimes you just need to change things up, right? So that's kind of what we got me back onto these watercolor pencils. It was so quick, I was so impressed. Like, yes, I like how fast this is. Get off there. Okay, now blender pen. Well, plus with the blender pen, you've got kind of two steps, right? Because you've got the light version and the dark version. Then you have to go back with the light version to kind of blend things out. This kind of does it all in one step, which is fun. Done. So now some old olive for the grass. Okay. And I think I want to add just a bit of blue. Because when they open the card, they're going to get a stark amount of blue. Okay. Oops. That doesn't need a lid. I know, hey? It wasn't on your wish list. No, yeah, I only bought it for Macy, but I kind of like it. Take lots of pictures during on stage. Absolutely. And I will try and do some video taping while I'm there too, so you guys can kind of have a look around and it'll be like you're there too. So I know I did that last year. They put up signs in the hallways and just gets everybody excited. Yeah, I can't believe it's like a week away. It sure came fast. Okay, there, done. I have watercolor pencils, not Stampin' Up! Ones though. Yeah, his stamp set arrived today. Oh, awesome, perfect timing. It is, that's awesome. Okay, where's my lid now? I tried to put it on my watercolor pencil. Okay, so there's our card. Fun idea, hey? And of course you could do that with any card, with any stamps. You can pop up a word, just secret letters. All right, just to review, I'll show you what we did tonight. So this was my original, and this is the one we did tonight, changing up the colors just a tad. And then we did the garden green and the mint macaron version. So I did this one, and this is what we made tonight. Like them. And then we did, what was next? Okay, so, oh, the tree. Trees, yes, trees. So maybe this is the one I made ahead of time for our sample, and this is the one I made tonight. Changed it up a little bit. You love horses. That's awesome. You must love this stamp set then. And then our last one was the ride one. But I did it the dark blue for the sky. Am I blind? Where are the, here it is. Which I am thankful I did the darker on the blue. It just pops so much more. So, and there's that one. Neat, hey? So lots of different ideas, lots of different techniques to maybe give a try. And love the lasso accent. Yeah. Got out some jute and away we went. That needed something, right? Yeah. But all right, ladies, thank you so much for joining me tonight. It's always my pleasure to get to chit chat with you every Wednesday. I sure missed you guys the last couple of weeks when I was in Manitoba, that's for sure. Sandy Peters, thank you so much for the little care package. I mentioned it on Monday, but she knew that I didn't have much time to grab a whole bunch of Stampin' Up! Supplies to take with me when I went back to see my dad in the hospital, and she was so sweet, and she grabbed a paper pumpkin and she filled it with all sorts of fun things for me, and so that was just absolutely adorable. So thank you so much, Sandy. I just wanted to recognize you again because you are an absolute doll. All right. Same with all the rest of you. You're all amazing, and thank you for all your prayers when my dad was in the hospital, and just support for helping to boost me, because there were some pretty rough days there for sure. So you guys are awesome. All right, I hope to see you next Monday at the Creative Escape at 10 a.m. A new layout idea. So we'll have lots of fun then too. All right. Sorry I went a little extra here, a lot extra, holy goodness, and the take two and the whole business. But all right, we'll talk to you later.